for coming. Good to see you all. First, I want to give a huge shout out to Sarah Laver for organizing this webinar. Way to go, Sarah, and for Emily Thompson and Jennifer LaPlante for all of your contributions and getting us all set up. So thanks, guys. This webinar is designed to be very interactive, so please ask questions. We look forward to your participation and learning together. So I wanted to start with just a couple key stats to share right out of the gate that I think are fascinating. 40% of professional services companies are planning to increase their investment in AI, and 67% of companies believe that AI will have a transformative or high impact on their businesses. I think we can all agree to that. I would love to know if anybody is not along that line of thinking. So just a little bit of introduction of All-in-One Accounting and who we are. So as the founder and CEO of All-in-One Accounting, I'd like to take a moment to just introduce myself and the firm. At All-in-One Accounting, we pride ourselves on being your strategic accounting team. So we advise entrepreneurs on profitable growth, and we want to help nonprofit leaders amplify their impact. And that is really our passion and our goal in life. So with over 20 years of experience in the Minneapolis area, now going national, we wanted to seize this opportunity to share our knowledge and insights with you on a regular basis. So that's why we decided to start hosting monthly webinars focused on timely topics, relevant to the challenges and opportunities that we're all facing, both for services, businesses, and nonprofits. And this growth is a testament to our dedication, expertise, and trust our clients place in us. So thank you again for joining us today. We're really excited to be talking about AI and automation because it's changing the world. So let's get started. Let's go over what we can expect today. So we already went through the introduction. We're then going to have the program where we'll dive into AI and process automation for professional service firms. And we're going to explore how these technologies can streamline our operations and enhance productivity. Then we'll have a time for Q&A. So after the main presentation, we'll open up the floor for your questions. And we encourage you to participate and share your thoughts. We're really excited to hear where you guys are at. And then the final steps is next steps, where we'll wrap up and take some actionable takeaways. So I want you guys to actually have some things that you can take back to your companies and apply based on what you've learned today that will help your organizations in these areas. So let's get started. Let's start by talking about some key trends in AI and automation and accounting. So AI and automation are not coming. They are here. And I'm not sure if you are all experiencing this in your everyday work life, but I know we certainly are here. And firms around the world are leveraging new technologies for various tasks, and those are transforming the way that we operate. So for instance, many firms are using automation and AI for data entry. They're also drafting client correspondence. They're doing invoicing and even fraud detection. So these technologies have drastically reduced the time spent on repetitive tasks. And this in turn allows professionals and leaders of organizations to focus on more strategic activities and things that really bring more value to your companies. At All-in-One Accounting, we've embraced AI and automation wholeheartedly. And here are a couple specific examples of how we're utilizing these technologies. So first of all, on the data entry side, we use AI-powered tools to automate data entry processes. So wherever we can, we want to make sure we're leveraging that technology, and that these AI tools can also code transactions. They can flag us when something looks incorrect or duplicated, and they significantly can reduce errors and save time. The second is client correspondence. So our AI systems will draft our initial client communications, which our team then reviews and personalizes, because again, everything coming out of AI is not going to be completely accurate or what we want it to be. So we always have to take a look at it. And we have started also testing AI tools that allow us to link our questions directly to the transactions. Now that's really exciting because that level of increased efficiency will help us all just have that communication flow better and be able to answer those questions more efficiently. The third key trend is invoicing. So we've actually started to see automation in the invoicing process and how that can streamline your billing cycles. One of the keys is that can actually reduce your time to get paid, which I know for all of us, cash flow is of utmost importance. So think of this as a way to increase your cash flow as well. This also ensures a timely and accurate invoicing. So if we don't have to touch things as much and use AI, there's sure to be less errors. We do use uploads and other efficient ways to create invoices. And one area is applying payments. So this system can actually match the transactions based on the dollar amounts and payee. So that's, again, a really exciting next step in AI that can streamline our entire accounting process. The final key trend is fraud detection. So what does that mean? Well, AI can actually help us detect anomalies and potential fraud in financial transactions. So this is providing an additional layer of security for our clients. We also rely on our teams heavily to make sure transactions are legitimate. So you can't ever take out the human aspect of this, where we actually have to think about things to make sure that they're legitimate. And we do quite a bit of follow-up with our clients when something doesn't seem or look right or past the, the initial inspection. So AI is great and leveraging it is amazing and wonderful, but we also have to still have the human touch of checking things. And we can think absolutely at a higher level and problem solve. So keep that in mind. So what are the key benefits of using AI and automation in a professional services company? Well, as a service provider, your people are your biggest product, right? So utilization is everything, and it directly impacts your profitability. So given that, AI and automation can help you improve this efficiency and accuracy. And what this does is enables your team to deliver their best work. So again, if you can leverage AI and technology, and what you're selling are your people's time and talent, that utilization percentage should actually be able to increase, and people should get more efficient at what they're doing. This includes sharing any sort of documentation with clients, using tools to upload and sync transactions, and eliminating a large portion of tedious work on the human side. This will improve accuracy by using this technology. So I don't know, I think back to 20 years ago, there was none of this in place. Like everything was a manual data entry by our entire team. And now we've come so far in the way that we can really leverage these things. And we can concretely see the hours that we're saving every single week, every single month. And if you add that up to what that annual impact is on your ability to deliver and be efficient, it's enormous. Like it's a significant impact on the business. The other key benefit of AI and automation is really a cultural thing. So we all as leaders want to have a culture of curiosity and continuous learning. And so AI and automation tools really can handle those repetitive and transactional tasks, really freeing us and you up to think more strategically about your business. So again, you're not spending all that time doing data entry, doing all the transactional day-to-day needs of the business. You can sit and look at how your business is doing, and you can really spend time thinking about it in the right areas. We also are testing and have implemented several systems, including ChatGPT, Microsoft Copilot, Zenit, Scribe, and Claude, which is my new favorite. I'm not sure if any of you have tried Claude, but it is phenomenal. So I suggest you check it out. We are also working closely with our internal technology manager and our outsourced MSP to ensure we follow best practices. So again, AI and automation are wonderful, but they also have to be set up and maintained and managed in the right way to really make sure that we're protecting ourselves. So all of these new technologies, they do foster this culture of curiosity, of innovation, and continuous learning. And that's what we want from our teams, right? That they're engaged, they're thinking, and they're thinking about ways to do things better, faster for our clients. So as your team interacts with AI and automation tools, they gain new insights. They stay ahead of this rapidly evolving industry. And that's really important because, man, the world is moving fast, especially around AI and automation. So given all of this, how do we maximize our accounting systems? And how do you ensure you are getting the most from your accounting system in GL? So one of the things you might be using that you don't even know is that you are leveraging AI and automation. So many popular accounting platforms already incorporate these technologies to enhance functionality. And sometimes they happen without even asking or without your permission. They just start happening within the system. So I would keep an eye on those things. So examples from QuickBooks would be, in QuickBooks, AI uses AI to categorize transactions. So as transactions are coming in, it's able to think about them and put them in the right category. The other thing it helps us do is predict cash flow. So again, a lot of these AI and automation tools will increase our cash flow, but also predict it and analyze it. It will also provide insights into financial trends. So these are those things that once you identify the trends, they can really impact your business because they're actionable items out of these financial trends. One thing that QuickBooks Online does a great job of is the syncing features with financial institutions. So now you can automatically connect your bank and your credit card to your QuickBooks Online file. You can then set up rules that will assist with automatically coding those transactions, which again takes the tedious work and gets that out of the way while you're still maintaining accuracy. And you can have that happen automatically where you don't even have to think about it. You don't have to press a button, like it just happens. You sync your bank to your QuickBooks Online file and your credit cards, and it just all rolls up into your financials. It's beautiful. The other thing is technology evaluation process. At All in One Accounting, we have a structured process for keeping up to date on new technologies. So we know that's very important for us and for servicing our clients. So what we do is we evaluate and test them rigorously. So we want to make sure that we're focusing on efficiency, but also data security. So again, I mentioned earlier that one of the downfalls or potential threats with AI is data security. And it's something that you need to be very astutely aware of as you work with and integrate these AI and automation tools into your businesses. So we want to ensure that we at All in One Accounting, and hopefully you as well, you're adopting the tools that genuinely enhance your services and protect your and your clients' data. So again, I can't emphasize that enough. The data security part of this is so very, very important. And you actually have to be very mindful around and planful to make sure that you're setting it up correctly. So the technology evaluation process that we do here is what we use as an applications policy. So our team, they come to us, our technology department and our MSP, who happens to be McNallen, and they thoroughly research these AI tools. And what we want to do is ensure that we know where any information or data we put into AI, where it's going and who's going to have access to it. So for example, ChatGPT and Claude, they're an open format. So anything that our team might put in there, it can't be classified or confidential information because it is not protected. So that's one good example. We also want to fully understand the risks of utilizing certain AI tools as they can provide inaccurate information. So I don't know about you guys, but sometimes I get something from AI and I'm like, that is not accurate, right? So then you have to take a look at it. You need to verify that the information is correct. And it brings back this concept that I've been talking about for years to my team, which is trust but verify, right? We want to trust the information that AI is giving us, but we need to continuously have some kind of verification system in place to make sure that it is accurate, because it's not always going to be accurate. That is for sure. So let's talk a little bit about AI and automation statuses. We have 3 here. So take a moment to select the option that best describes your organization's status with AI and automation. Are you in the research phase? Are you experimenting currently? Are you in full implementation? I would love to hear where each of you is at with your organizations in terms of the AI and automation curve. I'll give you a few minutes to respond in the chat. All right, we've got some in the research phase. Great. I'm glad you're spending the time, Meg, on that. Experimentation. Great. Next step. All right. So we've got clients and people participating on this that are in all of the phases. So research, testing, and full implementation. And I think that will go, in terms of each tool that we use, they should all go through all 3 steps. And so you'll have different programs in different phases. I think that's going to be a continuous learning for each of us. But I think it's important that you do go through each of these phases as you are thinking about these tools for your business. Awesome. Thanks for the feedback. All right. So what about governance? We're talking a little bit about not always trusting AI, how we get it implemented and correctly into our organizations, but how do you know if your organization is governing the use of AI correctly? And if so, how are you managing that? So effective governance is crucial to ensure the ethical and efficient use of AI technologies. So have you implemented AI policies? Are you setting up AI ethics committees or using specific frameworks to govern AI? So let's take a few minutes to discuss that. I think setting our team up for success around this is extremely important because it's not just you that's using the AI and automation tools, it's your entire team. And so how are we actually making sure that they're set up with the right guardrails, with the right programs, making sure that they can use it for the right things? What are each of your thoughts on that? And how are you currently working with your teams? I'm going to give you a few minutes to respond. All right. I'm not seeing anyone like popping in, so I guess I'll just continue to talk about governance. Just again, I think it's really important that each of your organizations does develop a governance policy and approach to each of these. So please think about how you might do that. We're glad to share the things that we've done if that is helpful. All right, we're about 20 minutes in, so I think we're going to take a quick break. I do would love to get some more feedback on your governance if you'd want to pop it in the chat while we're taking this quick break. But we're going to take a break. We'll return and we'll dive into some challenges and opportunities associated with AI and automation. So grab a cup of coffee, stretch your legs, and we'll reconvene in about 5 minutes, about 2:25. All right. We'll get started again in just a couple minutes, but if anybody would like to interact right now and give feedback on governance or what you're doing, pop it in the chat or unmute and comment. Okay, well, we'll get started again. It's about 2:25. So the next topic around AI is, what are the challenges? So let's start with these challenges. While AI and automation offer tremendous potential, and we are going there real fast, they come with several hurdles that we need to address today. The first, as I mentioned earlier, is data security. So this is the first and foremost, the biggest challenge I think that we have. So AI systems often require access to vast amounts of data to function effectively. This can raise concerns about data breaches and the protection of sensitive information. So ensuring that we have robust security measures and compliance with regulations is essential to safeguard our data. And the laws around this and the whole environment is changing so quickly that you really have to stay on top of it. Almost every day, I think it changes. Another challenge is context. So AI can process and analyze data, but it often struggles with understanding the broader context. So this limitation can lead to misunderstandings, incorrect decisions, and if AI is not properly supervised by a human expert who can provide the necessary context, it can really push you down the wrong road that you don't want to go down. Third, technical jargon. So the complexities of AI systems and the language used to describe them can be a barrier to understanding the effective communication within your organization. So having someone who can bridge that gap requires ongoing education and training for your team. I've mentioned a few times in this webinar just the speed of all of this and how fast everything's changing and all of the new options available and all of the new technical jargon. I mean, you really have to stay on top of it and have someone who's really dedicated to training your team and keeping everybody well educated. Another challenge is the personalized guidance. So AI can't yet provide a level of personalized guidance that human professionals can do. So although we can get data and we can get data-driven insights, it lacks the nuances and the personal touch that comes from human experience and intuition. So it's going to get you part of the way to where you want to go, but not all the way. So I always look at it like it's a nice foundational piece, but you also have to layer on the human aspect right on top of it and all the nuances that only humans can really bring to the table. Another challenge is the personalized guidance. So, I just talked about that. So, training and development. So Emily from our team has really, made a huge effort of understanding where our technology is at, the policies surround that, including our applications policy. And we want to ensure that our team is educated, that they understand the process, and they understand what they need to do if they have a new tool that they're interested in. So we also are assigned new hire security awareness training. We use a program called Curricula. We've only been using it for a couple months now. It replaced an old system, and I really like it. It's very thorough. It's very easy to use. I think our team is really embracing it. And if you do not have some kind of security awareness training within your organization, I would highly, highly recommend that you get it. As I mentioned, again, things are moving so rapidly that keeping our team educated is one of the biggest challenges that I think that we faced as leaders of companies. Then we're also looking at information security, Wi-Fi, VPNs, and locking devices. Those are all topics that would be covered in this security awareness training that we have. So these monthly trainings for our team also revolve a lot around AI. So for example, this month's training for the All-in-One Accounting team is generative AI, and it was very interesting and informative for me to go through that. And I would say that our team would share the same. So I'm hoping that each of you has some of these trainings in place for your team. So what are some of the opportunities with AI and automation today? So let's take a look at that. And despite the challenges I just talked about with AI and automation, there are significant benefits if it's done well. So one of the most obvious is time savings. We all know time is money and time is our most precious asset. So automating repetitive tasks frees up valuable time for you, your team, and your clients, really to focus on more strategic and value-added activities. So AI systems can greatly enhance also accuracy. So by reducing human error, every time a human touches something, there is the potential for error. So if we can decrease that, that just makes your whole process more efficient, more time effective, with less errors and less reworks. So ultimately, the outcomes of this are more reliable and they're more precise. And so again, leaning in on AI is going to increase your accuracy. The third point is that while data security is a challenge, it's also an opportunity. So AI can enhance your data security. And how does it do that? Through advanced encryption, anomaly detection, and automated threat response. So these are providing a stronger defense against cyber threats. And as all of you are small business leaders, I'm hoping you are well aware of the immense threat that we have from cyber attacks. It's something that our clients deal with every single day, as do we. And it's real and it's getting more sophisticated. And so we also need to get more sophisticated in the way that we're combating those things. Fraud detection is another way that AI can really excel because it analyzes patterns and anomalies in financial data. And AI can more effectively identify potential fraud than traditional methods. So again, its ability to take enormous amounts of information and monitor it is far superior than any human could ever do. And so that's a great way to really lean into that opportunity with AI. And finally, AI enables strategic, dynamic, and responsive financial planning. So AI is really our partner now as we do these things in the accounting and finance world. So by providing those real-time insights and predictive analytics, AI helps businesses make more informed and agile decisions. And again, as the world of business goes faster and faster, it's going to be more important that we leverage these things because they'll help us move faster and more accurately into the future. So how do we strike a balance? I've talked about a lot of things. I've talked about, the risks. I've talked about the inaccuracies. I've talked about all of the benefits about training your team. So all of these things are factors when we think about AI and automation. So how do we, as leaders, strike a balance with the risk and the opportunity? The key lies in implementing processes where humans and technology can work together, each handling the task that they do best. So think of it as augmentation over replacement. And I've heard this saying quite a bit. AI is not going to replace people, but people using AI are going to be the people that are going to really excel in the future. So really getting our team on board to use AI is really a key for all of us in our organizations. So in this particular balance graphic here, you can see that humans excel at the strategic thinking, providing context, and delivering personalized guidance. That's what humans are great at. AI, on the other hand, handles data processing, repetitive tasks, pattern recognition with unmatched efficiency. I mean, AI is always going to be faster than us. It can think way faster than we can. And by combining these strengths together, the human, the AI, you can create a more powerful and effective workflow. And I think really putting time and effort into understanding those different components and then leveraging will your organization will be miles ahead if you really think about it in this balance scenario. All right. Finally, compliance, transparency, and governance. So let's discuss these. What is your company's policy on AI use? Do you have a company policy on AI use? It's important to establish clear guidelines on how AI is implemented and governed within your organization. This will help you ensure ethical practices and compliance with legal standards. So many of us in our organizations are handling confidential and sensitive client data and internal company data. And so we need to make sure as we engage and leverage AI that we aren't putting those things at risk. So they have to be top of mind as we are rolling into these AI and automation tools. The second is transparency with customers. So are you being open and honest with your customers about how you are leveraging AI? So be open with them, talk to them about AI and automation and how it benefits them. This will build trust and demonstrates your commitment to ethical AI use. So I think we're all excited and eager to engage, but I think all of us should have a healthy skepticism of the downside, and being real open with our clients about that, and our customers and our partners and friends is also very important. And then finally, pending legislation. I tell you what, the government cannot keep up. That's what I would say. Like, they're trying to keep up with all of this new technology and how it impacts, but they're behind, but you have to stay informed. So stay informed about pending legislation that could affect you personally, affect your organization, because these laws and regulations around AI are evolving very quickly. And it's essential that we all as leaders keep up to date to ensure compliance and avoid potential legal issues or potential litigation, which I think we're all aware could happen. So again, I encourage you all to have a company policy of AI, be transparent with your customers, and keep up with pending legislation. That will keep you ahead of the curve. In closing, first of all, thank you so much all for joining us today. I know your time is precious, so I really appreciate you spending time with us today. But as we wrap up, I have a few important updates and opportunities to share with you. First, I'm pleased to announce that we'll be sharing a recording of this webinar in the next few days. So this will give you the opportunity to revisit any parts of the presentation you found particularly valuable and share it with any of your colleagues who may not have been able to join us live. In addition to the webinar recording, we'll also share additional resources to help you further explore AI and automation. There's 2 insightful articles here in the closing remarks, as well as a case study we did with one of our clients, Clutch. And the case study is amazing, so I encourage you to read that. Clutch is an amazing client. They have a great company, and they've really been able to leverage AI in their business. So take a look at these. So the first article is 4 types of AI to support your accounting department. This really dives deeper into the different types of AI, and we discuss common applications of AI that you should consider for your business if you aren't already engaged in this. It provides practical tips and best practices for getting started with AI in your organization. The second article, how AI can help professional service firms improve their profitability, which we all want to do, right? We all want to grow our businesses profitably and protect our assets. So in the second article, how AI can help professional services improve, this explores the broader impact of AI in the industry. So this includes case studies, expert insights, and how businesses are leveraging these technologies for strategic advantage. I just don't even think this is an option. I think all of us have to be engaging with AI and automation. I don't think that it's something that you can choose to not do, because if you don't, if we choose to not do it, I think we're all going to be left in the dust. So we have to embrace these things. We have to figure out how to use them and implement them into our businesses. And lastly, as I mentioned, the Clutch case study. This offers a detailed look at how one of our companies successfully integrated AI into their operations. And this led to significant improvements in efficiency and customer satisfaction. So this case study is a great example of the tangible benefits of AI and automation that can bring to your company. I'm also excited to announce an opportunity for more personalized interaction through our office hours. So I'm going to have a series of 3 office hours over the next 3 weeks, and this is your chance to come on, jump on, ask specific questions, get tailored advice, and discuss your unique challenges with AI and automation. I'd love to be hands-on. I'd love to answer questions or even like brainstorm and discuss like what next steps might be for each of your companies. Here are the office hour details. So August 20th, August 27th, and August 29th at various times. To join, register through one of the links above, associated with the date and time that works best for your schedule. This is a fantastic opportunity to dive deeper into the topics we have covered today and get one-on-one guidance. I really hope that you're able to join me in office hours because I love talking about your businesses and how we can help you leverage AI and automation. It is here now. Let's embrace it and use it to help our companies be stronger. Thank you once again for your participation and engagement in today's webinar. We hope you found the session informative and inspiring. Be on the lookout for a follow-up email and don't hesitate to reach out if you have any further questions or need further assistance. I'm open for any questions right now. If not, have a wonderful day, and we look forward to seeing you at our office hours and future webinars. But in the chat, drop questions or unmute and let's have a conversation. All right. Sarah, do you see any questions?
No, not yet. We see a lot of thanks, Heidi's, and thumbs up, but no questions yet.
Awesome. Well, again, thank you everybody for joining. I hope this was a good use of your time. I look forward to seeing you at office hours, and I look forward to seeing you at future webinars. It was wonderful spending an hour with you all. Thank you so much.